Listen closely. What you're about to hear isn't motivation. It isn't hype. It isn't another feel-good speech you forget tomorrow. This is a reality most men never face, and that's exactly why their lives stay small. Most men walk through life asleep, not because they lack potential, but because they waste the very force that could have made them powerful. They feel tired, unfocused, empty. They don't know why their confidence is gone. They don't know why their drive disappeared. They don't know why life feels dull. And the truth is brutal. They drained themselves over and over again, and they called it normal. But if you're listening right now, something inside you already knows this isn't just talk. You wouldn't still be here if a part of you wasn't waking up. There's a quiet voice inside you that keeps saying, I was meant for more than this. That voice is real, and it's not crazy. You were not designed to live weak, distracted, and controlled by impulses. You were built to be focused, grounded, sharp, and dangerous in the right way. But that version of you doesn't appear by accident. He is forged. Here's the truth most people are afraid to say. The reason so many men never rise is because they leak their power every day. They give away their life force for seconds of pleasure and then wonder why their fire is gone. They throw away the very energy that fuels confidence, ambition, strength, clarity, and presence. And then they blame the world. They blame bad luck. They blame society. They blame everything except the real source of the problem. Your seed is not just biology. It is potential. It is creation. It is raw power waiting to be directed. When it is wasted constantly, the body feels it, the mind feels it, the spirit feels it. That's why so many men feel foggy, anxious, unmotivated, and lost. They are drained at the core. And no amount of motivation videos, supplements, or distractions can fix that. Retention is not about repression. It's not about fear. It's not about pretending urges don't exist. It's about mastery. It's about deciding that your energy has a purpose higher than momentary pleasure. A man who cannot control his impulses will never control his life. That's not an insult. That's a law. When a man begins retention, the change doesn't explode overnight. It starts quietly, subtly. The noise in the mind softens. The constant pull toward distraction loosens. Energy starts returning. Not excitement, not hype. Energy. Real energy. The kind that makes you want to move, build, act, and create. The kind that doesn't need caffeine to exist. At first, the urges feel stronger. Not because something is wrong, but because you're no longer numbing yourself. This is where most men fail. They think the urge is the enemy. It's not. The urge is proof that the power is there. The urge is raw fuel. What destroys men is not desire, but wasting desire. Imagine fire spreading wild, burning everything in its path. Now imagine that same fire inside an engine. One destroys, the other builds. Same energy, different direction. Retention teaches you how to redirect. That pressure you feel is power asking for a job. And when you give it a job, your life changes. Work feels different. Training feels different. Focus feels natural again. You don't need to force discipline because the energy itself wants to move upward. This is why men on retention start transforming without trying to impress anyone. Their posture changes. Their eyes look clearer. Their voice sounds grounded. Their presence feels heavier. Not loud, heavy. People notice, not because you demand attention, but because you carry yourself like a man who respects his own energy. And let's be clear, this is not about women. If attraction is your only goal, you will fail. Retention isn't about chasing, it's about becoming. When you stop leaking your power, you stop seeking validation. You don't need approval. You don't need attention. And that's exactly when attention starts finding you. Not because of tricks, but because strength is felt, not advertised. Most men today are overstimulated and underpowered. Screens control them, urges command them, habits own them. They call it freedom, but it's the opposite. A man who cannot say no is not free. He is predictable, easy to control, easy to distract, easy to drain. Retention breaks that cycle. It pulls you out of automatic behavior and forces you into awareness. You start seeing how much of your life was run on impulse, and once you see it, you can't unsee it. This path is not comfortable. You will face resistance. Your mind will bargain with you. It will whisper excuses. It will tell you one time doesn't matter. But every time you give in, you feel it. Not guilt, weakness. And every time you hold the line, you feel something else. Strength, respect for yourself, integrity. Retention is a daily vote for the man you are becoming. You won't be perfect. You will stumble. What matters is not the fall, but the refusal to stay down. Every recommitment builds identity, and identity is power. Something else begins to happen when you retain long enough, or awareness sharpens. Silence feels deeper. Your intuition grows louder. You start sensing when something is off. You feel more connected to your actions, more present in your body. That's not magic. That's what happens when your nervous system isn't constantly drained. Great men throughout history understood this. They didn't waste their force casually. They protected it. They redirected it. They knew that creation requires energy, and energy must be preserved to be powerful. This world benefits from men who are distracted, addicted, and divided. A man who masters himself cannot be easily controlled. He doesn't chase noise. He doesn't react emotionally to everything. He moves with intention. That kind of man is rare, and rarity creates impact. Retention is not deprivation. It is liberation. You are not losing pleasure. You are gaining control. You are not denying yourself life. You are reclaiming it. Over time, discipline stops feeling like effort. It becomes who you are. You no longer fight urges. You redirect them. You train harder. You think clearer. You act with purpose. And slowly, without noticing, you become the man you once imagined but never thought you'd reach. Ask yourself honestly, what kind of life do you want to look back on? One filled with distractions and regret, or one built with intention and strength? Legacy is not built on comfort. It's built on discipline. Retention is not the destination. It's the foundation. Once you master this, everything else becomes easier. Business, fitness, focus, confidence, relationships, all of it improves when your core is strong. You've been told your whole life to give in, to consume, to indulge, to chase pleasure. And look where that path leads most men. Tired, anxious, directionless. Now look at men who live with discipline. They walk differently, speak differently, carry themselves with quiet certainty. This path will test you. You'll feel alone sometimes. You'll be misunderstood. But you'll also feel something rare, self-respect. And that is priceless. The man you were meant to be is not waiting in comfort. He is buried beneath habits that no longer serve you. Retention is not the whole weapon. It is the blade that cuts through weakness so the real work can begin. Every day you retain, you are choosing order over chaos, direction over drift, strength over ease, and that choice compounds. You become powerful through daily decisions no one sees. That's how real transformation works. Most men will never take this path. They will mock it, dismiss it, laugh at it. But deep down, they will feel the difference when they stand next to you. They will sense the weight in your presence, the calm in your eyes, the control in your voice. You don't need to announce your discipline. It announces itself. So the question is simple, not easy, simple. Will you remain controlled by impulses, or will you control your energy and build something real with it? Retention is not about holding back life. It's about directing it. It's about choosing who you become. If this message hits something inside you, don't ignore it. That feeling is awareness waking up. Protect it, feed it, act on it. This is more than content. This is a line in the sand. And if you're ready to walk this path, you're not alone. Subscribe, stay connected, share this with a man who needs to hear it. Because we're not here to stay average. We're here to rise, together. Your journey doesn't start tomorrow. It starts now.